Hey, what's up, YouTube? I am live. So I am waiting on Benny to see if he could actually join me for today's live stream. I just got home about 5 to 10 minutes ago. I went to the store to return a bottle of live bacteria. And while I was there, I went to the fish department and I got two new corals. So in this live stream, just part or the beginning of this live stream, I'm going to dip the corals. What I got here, a Duncan, has three heads, almost four. And then I also bought some candy cane, which I paused a little bit because I was able to see it has pests. It has one of those starfish pests, and it has some cocoa pods, which I can see right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip this with Revive. I already have the water, so that's to use for right now. I'm going to dip just to wait on people to join the live stream. And while I wait on people, I'll start dipping the corals because I want to add them to my wife's tanks here behind. So I actually didn't pay nothing out of my pocket. I already had store credit, and that's what I used. I wasn't going to get them, but we already had previously candy cane and we already had the Dunkin', and we decided to sell them for a really cheap price. I think I sold the Dunkin' for $30. The candy cane as well for $30. Storm Rider Aquatics, hi, how you doing? I'm just here about to dip some corals that I just bought at my local pet store, Carter's PetSmart. There you go. Located in Stockton, California. So as we're waiting for more people to join, what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to be dipping some two corals that I just got. I did see pests in the bag. That starfish that looks like a pest. And I seen some cocoa pods, which they're not pests, they're beneficial. But I'm going to dip these frags because I don't want no type of pest on my wife's display tank. So we have to be careful. And give me a second, guys, so I can get rid of this water.
I'm watching while I'm cleaning.
All right, all right. I have a little mess in my little room. Chimp the Reefer, what's up, bro? Nothing much. Just got two new corals frags from my local pet store. I'm about to dip them with some Revive. I did see some pests, so that's what I'm going to do. Let me check my phone because I'm waiting for Benny to join me. Let me tell him. Already send you the link. Okay, letting Benny know I sent him the invitation to join me live. All right, so I don't know. Do you guys use Revive? What you guys think about it? I know it's 4 capfuls for a gallon. So what I this is not even close to a quarter of a gallon. I'm just going to put half a capful, or should I just put one? I know that it is strong. So shake it. All right. So I put about 3/4 of a capful. How's everybody day doing? It's Friday. Where you guys at? I'm here in California. I know most of the reefers that I have as friends on YouTube, they're from the East Coast. So it's a little bit later for you guys. All right, so if you guys don't know what I'm doing, fragging right now, stirring up the water. After that, I'll try to see whatever I could get with these little utensils out, and then just dip them again with fresh salt water from the tank. Put this camera back, and let me fix it. All right. Man. So what I paid for these, $0 off my pocket, but they were selling $15 per frag. I was able to get 2 frags for 30. I actually thought it was 2 for 20, but they were actually 20 each. But I went there because I had to return a fluid biological bottle, which was worth $6. Went to the fish department like always. I seen that they had new corals. I love Dunkins and candy canes, so we just got them from my wife's tank. They also have Pulsincinia, but we decided to get Pulsincinia another time because we're trying to be in a budget since all this little thing that's going on right now. $dollars of my store credit that I had. So now I have to wait about 10 minutes for these frags to be in the coral dip solution, and then I'll put them in fresh water. All right, so Benny's checking his email, and hopefully he finds the link. If not, I'll resend Benny the link to the live chat. And if any of you guys want to join the live stream, please let me know. You guys could send me a message, and I'll send you guys an invitation. That way we could get to know each other. That's how I met Benny, through YouTube, and he has been a really close friend. One of my only friends that I stay connected with a lot. Man, that train. Close. Should I close it? No, I won't close it. All right, so I'm going to resend the invitation to Benny since he hasn't got it. Let's see. Benny. New email to Benny. And let me see. Copy to clipboard. Let's see, what was I? All right, sorry guys, I'm trying to send my friend the little link to the live stream. Okay, there he is. Let me add Benny. Hey, what's up, bro? Let's see. Hey, Benny, can you hear me?
All right. Can you hear me? Testing.
Storm Rider, you do live streams on Fridays. All right. I need to check. I need to hit the notification bell for your channel.
Hold on, buddy.
I don't know.
I got to test my audio.
I can't hear you, Benny.
Hold on. There you go.
I can't hear you. Let me check if it's my computer. Hold up. Oh, man. One thing when fragging corals or working with water in your desk, be careful to not drop any water or liquid because it messes up your equipment, and that's what's going on with me right now.
Yep, it happens.
Man, what time did I frag the coral?
All right.
Hey, Benny.
Yo.
A little bit, bro. Can you hear me fine? I'm not sure if it's your mic or it could be my computer, but my volume's all the way up.
All right, let me test mine. Hold on a second. Can you hear me now? Hold on, hold on. Uh,
Yeah, a little bit better.
all right.
Yeah, Benny's tank does look nice.
Thanks, man.
My
Kudos to
my
you.
tank looks so bad that my face is blocking it. That's how bad it looks.
Nah. Hold on, hold on. Let's try this now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hmm, there you go. Can you hear me now? Uh,
All right,
can you hear me? Can
Benny.
you hear? Let me try to go in and out
Okay.
again. Let me try to go in and out. It might be my signal.
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, Benny.
Hey, hey, man, just trying to test
Yeah, I
my.
got kicked out.
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
All right.
Yeah, it's 'cause my router was in the floor.
Oh, okay.
They
So
they
you're
moved
second.
it. So I went downstairs, fixed it. I'm in the second floor, so it just makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Robert? That's my best friend in the chat.
Nice, man. Which one is that?
Wonder if
Chimp?
he's still there,
Oh, Roberto. Roberto.
or if he could,
What?
if he could join us, Robert Delgadillo.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Send him an invite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll see if he has. Do you need Streamyard or no?
No, just email. He has to email you, or if you have his email address, you can send him an invite, and all he
Yeah,
has to do is. I mean, I have Streamyard too, but it's no big deal whether I go to you.
yeah,
So since I'm already
yeah,
here, so I might as well just stay here. Um, but yeah, you could just send him an
yeah. I
invite,
don't know
and
if he even has time.
yeah,
If he replies, I'll send him one. We'll see because usually on Fridays he's busy. Oh, he's
oh,
there.
he's there. He got it.
Hey, Robert, if you have time, I don't know if you want to join us on the live stream.
You know
Oh,
what
by
you
the
could.
way, Robert, I went to Carter's and I got two new frags and I'm dipping them. And I told you be careful of Carter's because they carry a lot of pests, as you can see there.
Wow, what do you see? What kind of hitchhikers do you did
You know those starfish, bro?
Oh, the white one.
Those one starfish that look like they're pests. I don't know what the proper name.
Yeah,
Huh?
I the white one. Um Man, I forgot the name of that
Yeah,
one. I know what you're talking about.
they eat soas. I heard.
They eat corals in general, but
Yeah, I just
mostly
gotta be careful
sawfish.
with revive. 'Cause revive it is pretty strong.
Yeah, what you could do is
Yeah,
actually dip them in that Coral RX if you have one.
yeah,
I would just dip it with
yeah. I
that.
have revive. I know Coral RX is fine.
Hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, Coral RX is fine, or any,
Oh yeah.
anything with hydrochlor. What's that? Is that
Hydroperoxide
hydro?
water.
Yeah, I mean you don't use that one, but something
Yeah,
similar to that
I've
for
heard
the
people use
corals.
that.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it depends on what corals you want to. Um.
yeah.
It depends on. All right, give me 1 second, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, it's fine because I'm gonna go throw some water away
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah, I think Roberto,
But
your
by the
buddy
way,
over
guys,
there, is
before,
waiting for you to email send him a link. I think he
yeah,
wants to be part of the group.
last message I got says I can see you, I can see you and hear you guys. Uh, but before I throw, I just want to show you guys how the pest. The only pest that I found is that one starfish looking pest. I don't know if the webcam can pick it up. And the other things that I found were cocoa pots, which they're not pests, they're beneficial, but regardless, we don't want to take a risk. And yeah, kill whatever we can. Usually, what I recommend is when you get corals from anywhere, um, dip them and just get new frag plugs. But the guy told me these frag plugs were pretty new, so I'll just keep them because I don't really want to use my other frag plugs because those are mine, and these corals are for my wife. So don't tell her,
I'm hearing you.
but yeah. All right, I'm gonna go throw the bad water, put them here, get new fresh water, dip them in the new fresh water, and throw them out.
Yeah,
So I'll be
so
back.
I heard that you could use hydrogen peroxide,
Hindi niya pinag-car. Pag
but if you do use an hydrogen peroxide, you need to actually be cautious in how you use it. Um, so that's what I heard. You wanna only dip it 50-50. Use the salt water that you have in your tank, and then use the 3% hydrogen peroxide. And I guess depends on the coral. You only want to dip it for about no more than 2 minutes or a minute. I heard. So I actually personally haven't tried it, but some people said they've actually have done it. Um, s-
Yeah.
so I mean, just give it a try one day. Once I buy corals, I'll try doing that. But
Uh,
I
uh,
know for Euphilius, Torch's hammer, frog
yeah.
spawn, you can't really do hydrogen peroxide dipping because it's gonna kill their tissues. That's what I
Yeah.
heard. So I don't know. I don't know. I
Oh,
mean, if anybody knows out there how it works, I want to see it. I want to see while you're dipping it with a 3% hydrogen peroxide, and you know, and see how it is
I want to
afterwards.
answer the question to for Roberto. He has said that if those starfish, he says below starfish, the corals. Why do he meant if the starfish eats the corals? Why do people say that they are good? Well, in my opinion, I heard that they're good only like for a seahorse tank, just to have them. I mean, the look of it. I remember when I first got into the hobby, I went to this store located in the city called San Jose. Um, the owner of the store or the employees, I told them it looked nice. And what was it? They told me a starfish. And what they told me? They're like, "You want it?"
Hmm.
I said, "Yeah." Are you guys for real? And they're like, "Yeah. You got as many as you want." And I took a bunch, bro. But I didn't know that they were pests, and they didn't tell me that they were pests.
Hmm.
So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's in my opinion that was sad. That's sad what they did. Knowing that that was pest, they gave it to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you go to a local fish store. You don't know who is selling you what. Sometimes they do know, sometimes
Yeah.
they don't. Sometimes they care,
Oh,
sometimes they
exactly.
don't
That's
care.
why it's good to
So,
know where they know.
I mean, yeah, the local fish store I go to, um, the the second local fish store that I go to, which was I think yesterday when we were talking yesterday, they were saying that it was actually the best in Queens. You know,
The
he's
Manhattan one?
no, not Manhattan, the New York Reef Aquatic. You know, he's pretty
Oh,
good,
okay.
but he just sells whatever. You know, I mean, his corals are very good,
Uh,
but he just sells whatever. I mean, I caught a few hitchhikers here and there, um,
yeah.
just because he's always busy. I mean, that's probably, I can't say he doesn't really care, but
Wow, bro. Talking about piss. Look, I'm gonna pull it out, and not that I heard he's done the dip. My bad.
it's all right. I mean, what do you got
Dip the-
going on?
I can't really tell. It's my webcam, but
I can see it.
this thing
It's
always inspect your corals.
what is,
I can't
you know
really.
what?
Let me focus the camera. Watch.
Yeah, I've seen it's white, right? Yeah, I could see it. You know
Yeah, there
what?
you go.
Let me pick it up right now. I think I should be able to get the name of it.
Yeah, there
Um,
you go. You see it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
had that
Now
in the
it's always
beginning.
good to inspect the corals. Yesterday, Roberto he had bought two mushrooms, a Superman and some blue one. He came to
Yeah.
my house right after you left the stream, and I guess he was
Mhm,
just going to put them in his tank. I told him no, just dip,
mhm.
because later on in the road you don't want to have issues with your reef tank.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah.
See, I mean,
You
I
know
can't.
what, Benny?
Yo,
I just started dipping with fresh water,
mhm.
with regular fresh water. Look,
Regular.
I found another one.
I would just rinse it off right away with
Yeah. Have you ever dipped with fresh water?
I've never. I mean, you mean fresh water like tap water or fresh water RO water?
Um, I've done it with RO water and with bottles of water, which is basically just RO, right?
I'm not too sure about that. I don't know. I'm not that. I'm not up to. I'm not sure to be honest with you how that works. Can you use bottled water? I've heard. I've rarely heard people say that they use bottled water, so I don't know. Because bottled water and tap water don't they almost count the same with TDS?
Not really, because RO bottled water isn't it just RO water, and the one we use is RODI. So I mean, it
Mm,
does have TDS, but not as much as tap water, because
right.
tap water still has chlorine and stuff like that.
So when I first got my
So that's what I
um
use. I use that for my sodas, and they were fine their whole life.
right when I first got my RO buddy um RO filter machine, I tested out my tap. My tap came out to be
Yeah.
43. Actually, two. No, it came out to be. I believe it came out to be 23, and the Poland Spring bottled water was about 23 TDS. They were about the same.
Uh,
So when I actually, um, when I tested the actual water for for my tank to mix salt with, it actually came out to be zero. So I don't know. I mean, I guess every cities are different when it comes to the TDS. I don't know. I heard some people in Michigan,
yeah.
um, they had water issues for so long. So I don't know how people, you know,
Yeah.
try to figure that out. I don't know. Mm. So, but I mean, dipping it with fresh with RO water should not be a bad idea if you only dip it for a couple of seconds. But you know what? I actually heard from Jessica J that when she actually
Yeah.
buys um, frags, what she does is she takes it off the current frag plug that's on it, and she
Yeah, that's what you should do.
yeah, and you put it onto a new frag plug, and then put it on your display tank. So I haven't done that because I actually haven't bought a new, you know, bought any frags. I mean, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Um, hey, I think I see another dead fish. Oh, never mind.
Where in your tank?
No, no, I thought it was a dead fish. Never mind. It was just the crab was just moving, but there's no dead fish. That scared me. It was just a crab just moving through. So it was in the shadow. But yeah, I
Trying to
think
fix my camera. Sorry.
if ever I had to go buy frags again at one point, I'm gonna have to just do what you guys do, which is dip it first, and when you dip it, you remove the frag plug, put a new frag plug in, and then put it onto the rack in the main display tank. So that's what I think I'm going to do, which is I think that's what everybody
Well,
should do.
that's what I'm gonna start doing too.
Hmm. Yeah.
Better to
So
be safe than sorry.
yeah,
But be
no,
my wife's tank, I'm not going to do that.
don't want to frag.
Yeah, I think these corals are ready. I'm gonna place them inside the tank already.
Hmm. So how did it work out with that gallon that you have on your
Which one?
was that the 30 gallon that you were trying to get rid of, or what were you trying to do?
Oh, I sold it.
Oh, you did. So it came by
I
today.
sold it already.
All right. So you sold
Yeah,
it.
I still have one left. So,
Nice.
but I did
So
end up selling
hopefully you just stick with you sold both of them, both the Planet Tank Aquarium, or you only sold one. Which one did you sell?
No, I sold the Innovative Marine that where I had the Planet Tank set up since it's cleaner.
Right.
They didn't want the one that where I had the salt water because you know how it leaves all the coralline algae stains and stuff. They didn't want it, but it's fine.
Hmm. That's good. That's good. I mean,
Yeah. You
once
know
you have
what,
the
bro?
time.
Let me. I was gonna ask you, Benny. Sorry, I forgot to wash my hands. I gotta wash my hands before I put my hand inside the tank.
Go ahead, man. Don't worry about it. Do what you gotta do, man. We'll be here.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll be
yeah.
here.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I had to
How was your day,
adjust
been, Benny?
my well, I had to turn on the light a few hours. I mean, a couple extra for tonight. Normally,
Yeah,
my lights are off at 9 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, and
yeah,
also my wave makers. I have everything to change. I have the mode to change at 9 p.m. as well. So
yeah,
I mean, looking at my tank right now, on the right side, the gyre turns um, at 9 p.m. it goes to the slow and consistent revolution. So,
Yeah.
but at 9 a.m. it goes to that. Um, I believe everybody kind of have the same option where you have W1, W2, you have the random, um, you have the H and the C. So I had just to tweak it a little bit to maintain the wave. Um, so it kind of does the up and down wave swing. It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
some of my corals are actually going to sleep because they're used to the time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion about that? If one day a week you actually change your schedule, that's a good question. Does it affect your corals big time or does it not, and why? You know. So let's say you have your schedule Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And on
Yeah.
Sunday, you push it up from 9 a.m. to let's say 11 p.m. and you see your some of your corals retracting already, going to sleep.
Yeah.
Does that affect your ecosystem in what
I
way?
think it would. Like they said, you should have everything. What is it? What's that word I'm looking for? Cons. What is it? Well, everything
Consistency,
should be consistent. Yeah,
right? So
bro.
how?
Like here and there, I'll forget to turn off my lights, and since I don't have like yours, it's not programmable. I can't program my light. Um,
Hmm.
and I've in a couple of days of just like a little error or something, a little mistake. I've seen a couple of my corals died already.
Oh, you know what you could do? Speaking of that, I had that issue in the beginning. Um, what I end up seeing on some of the YouTubers out there, they actually bought a timer.
Yeah.
Um, I have one that I use. Um, it actually started where people had that Wi-Fi smart plug for
Yeah.
Amazon and what have you. I have the
Uh,
same thing that I use for my lighting when I had the Aquatop 20 per gallon.
yeah.
It's called the it's a TP Link smart plug. So what
For
you
how
do
many
is you plug in
light? How many
your
outlets?
well, it's a timer. It's a Wi-Fi timer. So
Okay.
when you get the gadget, you plug it into to the outlet and you connect it to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then from there you plug in your lighting into that smart plug and you then program the timer what time you want it on and what time do you have it turned off. So it actually helps you a little bit, with your lightings, and it actually helps your corals too.
Yeah.
So I have that timer where it turns on and off as needed, which is actually a great investment to have with this hobby because hey man, I mean you don't want to be constantly replacing your corals or buying corals. It gets expensive. So
Exactly.
you want to be able to one help them grow and two help yourself automate it. um, Hi Baba, give me a second buddy, hold on.
Benny, I'm
Hi
gonna
Baba,
interrupt you a little bit, bro. I'm sorry for the last time.
go ahead, no worries
I'm gonna go
man.
wash my hands. I'm done already with my hands inside the tank, and I'm gonna go.
Give me 1 second buddy, I'll be right back, all right? I'll be right back
Yeah,
myself too.
yeah, good. Hi, Drama D. We're streaming through the through StreamYard. I was gonna say the app, but it's not an app. Um, but anyhow, like we told everybody in the chat, whoever's still on, whoever wants to join us in this live stream, you guys are welcome to. Just send us your email. That way, I can send you an invitation and we can start a conversation and just talk about our tanks. See how's everybody doing with this quarantine. I think Benny had to go somewhere real quick, and he should be back in a minute. So when I started the stream, I had told everybody I went to my local pet store. I got two new frags. I got a Dunkin'. I got a candy cane, and I already dipped them. Found a couple pests, cleaned them, and now they're back in the 24-gallon Aqua Top tank. And yeah, and we'll pick up and see what Benny has to tell us about his aquarium. He's the one that has the best tank, as you guys can see. Mine, not so good. For some reason, my corals haven't really been doing really good today. I did a water change, 5-gallon water change. My Frostmon looks good, Hammer looks good, but some of my soas are still not opening up. And yeah, I don't know if it's my lighting. I'm probably gonna add my current orbit right now. And yeah, I set up this tank about 2 to 3 weeks ago. But the live rock already came from my previous setup. So did the corals of fish. The only thing that was new was the live sand. But today I did dose it with beneficial bacteria after I did the water change. So that should help. So hopefully they start opening up. I don't know if they're not opening up because it's a new different light. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another light right now. Let me add it.
I'm back.
What's up, Benny? I'm adding a new light to my tank.
Do you have a new lights? What you got, man?
It's an old light, but I'm just going to use it because um, my corals aren't really doing so good.
What happened?
They're not really opening up, bro. I don't know if
Um,
it's
how long has it not been opening up?
for about just start at the beginning of this week, but I already did a water change today, and I dosed it with some beneficial bacteria.
Yeah.
I mean, the doing fine, but some of the soils are still not opening up. But what I noticed
Okay.
is that
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. They actually they take time.
yeah,
I
I
know
heard
that.
that sometimes, just like an enemy, sometimes when you transfer them to a new tank, they do like water changes. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, they try to get used to what you got. So
Yeah,
I would just give it a week or two. It'll slowly start opening up. So that's not the big thing. I mean, as long as some of your
yeah,
corals are open, then you know
yeah,
you're good to go. You're good to go. So I mean, if you look at mine, I have some corals open. I mean, if you look at my torch right there, this this Aussie 24 gold torch are actually retracted now. They're actually going asleep, falling asleep. And if
yeah,
you look at my green tip right here, it used to be really, really long, longer than what you see now, and it's actually about to go to sleep. My zoas over here are open. If you look at my zoas, that's open. Um, I see the candy cane tentacles are all sticking out. They're coming out. So some of them are opening up, some of them are closing. And actually, that green tip, I mean, that blue tip green torch right there used to be really, really long. And I guess it's way past its bedtime. And now it's just slowly retracting. So, um, back to your corals, I would you know, just wait, give it a couple of weeks or so, and if your water parameters are okay, then they're slowly just acclimate themselves and they'll slowly start opening up.
I mean,
So what's that?
yeah, I think it should be good.
Yeah, you should
I
be
think they
good.
should be good. They're probably just acting.
Mhm. I got you said a
What,
comment
what did
from
you pay for that candy cane?
what's that?
What did you pay for your candy cane?
You know what? Candy cane, I think I paid it came with three heads. And I would say I paid maybe $20 for the candy cane on three heads because
Okay.
I bought a few
Yeah.
more corals in addition to that. So I was able to bargain with the local fish store um, for that price.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
paid
that's what I
50
have.
for mine, but it's small, so
Hmm.
hopefully, hopefully it goes, it strives in my wife's tank.
Hmm. Hmm. So that's good, man. That's good. I mean, looking at your wife tank, I mean, the aquascaping looks nice.
Yeah.
Um,
I
your
want to get
fish are
a better webcam.
what's that?
I need to get a better webcam. What are you using? Your phone?
No, I got a webcam. Um, and on that
What is it?
webcam, I have a filter. I have an
Oh,
orange
okay.
filter that I purchased or that was given to me by Billy Pipes, one of the YouTuber
Oh,
here in the
bean
East
pipes.
Coast. You probably heard of
Yeah.
him, right?
Yeah, I heard about them.
I think he's either from
I'm
Jersey or
not
Staten Island. I
subscribed.
forget. Um, yeah, so I have a webcam. It's a pretty, pricey webcam. It's about $80, and
Yeah.
the reason why I bought it is not because of the fish tank, but because my when my wife have to do some work, at
Yeah.
home due to the pandemic that's going on. Um,
Yeah.
you know, she needed a better camera for
Yeah.
the computer.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it or I might return it.
Yeah.
But I have few days, few weeks that I can use it before I return it.
Oh,
Maybe
where did you get it? Amazon or somewhere else?
no, there's a store here, kind of like Best Buy. It's
Uh
called
huh.
Micro Center.
Yeah.
So I got it through them, and believe it or not, when this pandemic is happening, um, this guy said we don't have any or they don't have any, and at the last minute
Uh
they
huh.
he was able to find something in the backpack and he was able to give it to me for with a discount. And I think he gave it to me for like $80 or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's not bad. I mean,
Yeah, it's good quality.
yeah, I mean, let's see if I can
Yeah.
get the box. Um, it's called Razor. It's actually
Razor.
84.99. So if you could see it right there, it's
Yeah.
Razor. Um,
Kayo.
Keo.
Oh,
It's
Kyo. Okay.
yeah, it's 84.99. I think it's a Japanese type of
Yeah.
camera. I mean, the good part about
Okay.
this is there's a dial around here that you can turn on the light. So there's a dial here that
Yeah.
turns on this white light if you want that little spotlight going on. And that's
Oh
pretty much
wow.
it. It does have a mic. This is the camera right here. That's the lens, and then right below it is the mic.
Uh huh.
So it's not too bad. I mean, for $84, it's that's how it looks like right there. Like,
Yeah.
so it's actually a camera meant for broadcasting.
Yeah.
That's what this camera is for. It's actually a broadcasting camera with illumination light. So I mean,
Yeah, I was able to find it.
I haven't really tried using the light. Um, and the specs on this one is not too bad because it maxes out to 720p as a resolution in high def. Um,
Yeah,
it's pretty good. I mean, I don't think YouTube is broadcasting in 1080p yet on all
yeah,
streaming networks. So I think 720p is just sufficient enough. So that way
yeah.
it
It
doesn't
is.
take all the data out. Um,
I'm gonna look into get a new webcam too for myself.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, so how many corals do you have on your 24-gallon tank?
Um, a lot, probably around 30 to 30, 40. I'm not sure.
Wow, 30,
Most of
40, and
those though.
are they all zoas, mushrooms, or what kind of corals do you have over there?
Yeah, most of them are soas.
Hmm.
And I only have three mushrooms. A red mushroom. No, I got four mushrooms. Green hairy mushroom. I have a Deadpool, a red mushroom, and like a blue mushroom, which I don't know the name of them. But since this tank has been set up, bro, the Deadpool already split, and my green hairy mushroom split, and I just noticed that today.
That's good, man. So that tank is gonna be pretty much a flower pot aquarium, a zoa, a
Yeah.
zoa garden. That's what that tank is gonna be. Any inverts in
But
there?
we actually don't even want our sodas anymore.
What's that? I just lost you.
We actually don't even want to keep our sodas anymore.
No, what happened?
Did I ever tell you what happened
Every day
when
is
I
just
went to
a surprise
emergency
for
room?
you. What happened?
Yeah. So I went to emergency room because I thought I had got polytoxin,
Oh, that's
and
right,
well,
with
the
your
doctors didn't
couple of
even know what
videos.
polytoxin was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I don't know if I did have polytoxin or not,
Hmm.
but I'm good now. But yeah, you know whose video I watched? Reef Girl regarding polytoxin because I guess she had polytoxin.
Hmm. And how did she handle it? And how did you guys
Yeah.
handle it?
She's I think she said she went to the emergency room and they gave her steroids.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I went to emergency room. They didn't tell me nothing. They just gave me a big fat bill, almost $3,000.
What? That is crazy. My
Yeah.
God, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, because I didn't have health insurance at that time.
Oh, so that's probably
Yeah.
why.
And that's I got a discount for not having insurance.
So that's already discounted too.
Yeah.
I see, I see, I see.
I think just the emergency room was like $500. So they gave me that bill for 2000. And then the doctor, I guess for a doctor service, like was 4,000, but they ended up doing 680.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was almost like 3,000. It was like 2,000 something.
Hmm. So how did
But that scared me, bro.
how did how were you infected by the zoo? I mean, were you not using goggles? Were you using gloves or not using
Yeah,
gloves?
I was I was using gloves, but I was not using a mask or goggles. When I was fragging the soda, the like some liquid almost got to my eye, like to right here,
Right.
and yeah. So I don't know what happened, but I was starting to get rapid
So
heart rate, stuff like that.
mhm. So that's what the toxins do. It's kind of like a venom when a snake bites you.
Yeah, but yeah,
Wow. So a little note for
yeah,
everybody
I
out
was
there.
getting like a sour, bitter taste, in my tongue, and it will numb me,
Hmm.
and then I'll have like rapid heart rate. Um, and yeah, that's it. Like, and feel like vomiting and stuff like that. I went to the emergency room. The doctor, he only looked at me like for 30 seconds. I told him I had corals, a reef tank, polytoxin. He didn't know what that was. And what he ended up telling me was that supposedly, I don't know, he didn't do any tests, but he just said I had anxiety and I had acid reflux. So what I did was just took acid reflux medicine. That's it. But I'm good now.
Hmm. So
But still, just to
and
be
when was
conscious
this?
with corals. This was, I think, like 2 months ago.
You sure it's not the virus?
Oh, now, now. Now this was before the virus.
Because the virus came through about September, October of last year. So
Yeah. I mean, people, they were barely hearing about the virus, but yeah, come on, no virus. Come on. Yeah, but I just want to be careful now with SOAs, bro. Respect SOAs; those things are deadly.
yeah, yeah. So that's the reason why you want to get rid of the Zoas.
Yeah, I don't want to have SOAs anymore.
That's it. So you're
It's
gonna
not worth
go.
it.
So are you gonna go resell them, or are you gonna go bring it back to the local fish store, or what are you planning to do?
Yeah, I try to trade them, sell them to any local hobbyist, or just try to trade them.
Hmm.
I just, I just been lazy right now, especially what's going on with COVID-19.
Hmm.
I don't want to have that much like interaction with people.
Hmm. So you just want to sell them.
Yeah, I mean
I
they could
mean,
wait.
keep it for now, and when it grows,
Yeah,
you can go ahead and sell it, frag it, and sell it. But when you do frag it, don't forget to use your PPE, so that way you won't have to repeat that same um, you know accident again. So I mean, to be honest with you, I've never actually frag anything in my
yeah.
tank. I have not. I mean, the only thing I did was, if you see, I have GSPs all over. So I'm gonna try. I have a GSP right here.
Where?
That's I have a GSP in this area. Can you see it?
No, the camera doesn't pick it
All
up.
right.
The webcam.
So let me see if I can move back more.
Okay.
Um, just a little, you know. So, oh, Jessica said hi. Hola, ¿cómo está?
Bien, bien, bien.
So, you see my GSP right there? So I have one, I have two,
Uh huh.
three, I have one GSP right here, another GSP right there. So I have one, two, three, four GSP. Actually, that was one rock that was placed in the center,
Uh huh.
and I was having a hard time. Um, I was having a hard time actually trying to frag it. You have to like get a
Yeah.
blade. You're gonna have to like peel it off the rock. So I just end up just getting a hammer and just breaking the rock into 4 or 5 pieces. And after a couple of days, I mean, the GSP starts growing back again. So that's my way of, I guess, fragging stuff. But yeah, I haven't really
Yeah.
done any
With the
fragging
hammer.
at all. Um, yeah, with a hammer. With a hammer. I mean, I gotta learn. I mean, I gotta watch some of y'all videos. Um, you know, and see how to frag stuff one day. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm not gonna go frag stuff. I think I'm gonna wait until my torches starts branching out more. Um, my
Yeah.
hammer, I want to wait until my frog spawn. I want to wait, for it to grow more, and then when they do grow, I'm gonna have to figure out how to frag them. I mean, some people use
Uh huh.
saw to cut them, right? I mean, is that how you frag stuff, or
Yeah, what I did, I have fragged Duncan, candy cane, and hammer with a sawzall,
yeah? Go
like
ahead.
those construction sawzalls,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cordless,
So how do you do it?
and I use a metal blade. Well, I just use a small metal blade, and it's a clean cut,
I
and it
don't know.
recovered.
Okay,
Unless I got lucky,
just give me 1 second, buddy. Hold on.
but I was scared.
Hey, sorry about that.
No, it's fine, bro.
So, I mean, that's another reason
You
why
know what my
I
friend
start.
Robert wants to do?
What's that?
My friend Roberto, he wants to do a background of GSP.
Bring him on. Bring him on a video. Let's meet him. Let's
That's pretty cool.
bring him up, man. Send him a link so he
And
can
I don't
click
know if
on it.
he's busy.
And
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
he's
sure he
probably
has some
busy.
amazing stories that he can share with us. You know, stuff that he
Instead of,
has done that we haven't, um, experienced yet. Hey, Jessica,
yeah,
it's uh, it's about 10:09. Still
all
up?
of it.
How's your tank? I know it was just yesterday that I asked you. How's your tank doing, girl? Um, as you see, my tank is the same. So,
Say hello.
hola,
It's her birthday today.
happy birthday. How old are you? How old is
She's
she?
one.
1 year old. Wow. Hi, Bria. Look
Uh,
at Baba.
She just got ready 'cause she's waiting for her grandma. She's coming, so
Oh,
let's tap water.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Baba,
fine.
look at the baby,
Do this one.
Baba. Look at the baby. Wow.
She's already on. You're back to her mom. All right. Let me text my brother Robert and see if he has time.
Yeah, just bring him along,
I'll
man.
message him. Yeah, let me message him.
Or maybe Jessica wants to go join us,
Yeah,
and
whoever wants to join us
she
live.
she could just share, share that wonderful tank that she got going on. So you have been in this hobby for, man, 10 years, and then I believe Jessica's been it for what, a year, 2 years maybe? No, 2 years already, I think. Right?
Has she?
Yeah, because the Aqua Top is about a year and
It's
a half
a
now.
24 Apple Top just hers. Her first tank.
Mm. I don't know. That's actually a great question.
I wonder if she ever had a goldfish tank before.
That's a good question too. One of these days, I'm putting it. What a tough chore she got going on. Multitasking, changing
Yeah.
water, putting the bed to sleep, the kids to sleep. So that's tough, man. So how do you manage your house chores, your life with having a reef tank or a hobby? Being in a hobby, how do you handle your time?
Me or Jessica?
You?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, my wife, she's a big help. She's a big help, bro. So I think my wife, she's patient. She's patient
Mhm.
with me. She says it's like having four kids for her. Since we got the twins, my daughter, and she counts me as another kid. So she has patience. She helps me a lot.
Right. That's good, man. I mean, going back to yesterday that we were talking about, I mean, if you don't have a partner in the hobby, it's gonna make, you know, your hobby a little harder to enjoy, you know,
Yeah,
than
I'm
what it
thankful she
is.
actually likes the hobby.
She does like the hobby. Did she ever
Yeah, so
had a
that's a good
goldfish
thing. She doesn't
before?
complain. Her? I don't think so.
So what made
Our,
her into
we,
this
we we
hobby?
shared our first fish tank.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
I don't even remember. We used to watch River Monsters.
Right.
So we started going fishing together. We bought our first fish tank, kept our first fish. So yeah, so you could say she's been in the hobby too for a long time
For a
already.
long time. Wow. So she probably knows a lot. She probably knows, when you say ick, she knows what that means, either for freshwater
Yeah, she knows what
or
ick is.
saltwater or red
Yeah,
velvet, or quarantine. So
yeah,
she knows. That's good, man. When you have somebody in the hobby, um, that actually makes things better, fun. So.
yeah. I was actually having that conversation with her. Remember the text that I sent you that people wanted to trade me the corals for the tank. So
Mhm.
she started to look at what a dragon, what is it, dragon soul torch was,
Yeah, the Dragon Ball torch.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
Dragon
she's
torch.
like, "What am I even talking about?" She's like, "I don't even know what it is." I mean, she knows, but she doesn't know like that
It's a
much.
Euphilia. It's
But she
another
knows something.
torch. It's another torch.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have that one?
no, actually, that's one thing I don't have in my tank right now. I mean, I have two gold Aussie torch, two heads. Um,
Yeah.
no, I don't have that. I mean, one day I'll probably get it, but I think for
What is
now,
it? It's Indo, right? The Dragon Soul
Indonesian.
Torch. It's Indo.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Indonesian.
Yeah, because the price for the tank it's 300, which I'm asking for, but
Hmm.
he told me his asking price for his torch he values it at for $250,
Yeah,
and then the Jawbreaker is another one that I want when he prices it at 120. So basically, if anything, he'll just give me that torch for the tank, or
yeah,
he'll give me the Jawbreaker plus some cash.
it is. I mean,
But
that's what
I've
it's
seen
worth.
other Jawbreakers babies going for $60, so I should just wait.
Yeah, I mean, there are different types of jawbreakers out there. Um, but I think it's better for you since you're taking your time with all this cycling process. It's better for you to just take
Just
currency
get cash,
instead
huh?
of, yeah, it's better to take currency instead of actual frags, because that way you could actually buy what you want,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you know. So right now you're down to just two tanks, right? Two
Exactly.
two live
And get it
tanks
for a better deal too. Mm, no, I have four tanks.
still. Man.
I have two tanks downstairs. I have two tanks upstairs. So I have a 24-gallon upstairs, and I have a 6-gallon frag tank, and I have the two 34 gallons downstairs.
So at the end of the day,
So,
you're
but I told my wife we're only going to keep three tanks.
three tanks. So you're gonna get rid of the 6 gallon.
Yeah. So the only reason I sold the 30 longs is because I just wanted to upgrade. But actually, I didn't. I'm gaining money because the new tanks I paid 150 for them, and I just sold the 30 long for 240. So I'm actually winning there, and the
Hmm.
new tank is bigger too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. I think. I mean,
that's what I'm doing.
yeah, that's gonna be a good thing, man. I mean, you got all the help you need. I'm sure when your boys gets a little older, you're gonna get some help with carrying the water, changing it, changing your tanks at the 234s that you got. The 24 that you got, you're probably gonna have them help you with just changing waters,
Yeah.
because that's actually fun for kids too. It's a good learning experience.
Yeah.
You know, it
I mean, if
teaches
it was
them.
for me, I would just keep two tanks, but I don't think I'll be able to sell this one.
Well, I mean, in time, that's a hot item too. A lot of
Yeah, I'll
people
take
love
time.
the 24-gallon tank. Um, Actually, I'm starting to see a lot of people investing on the 24-gallon tank. I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of YouTubers out there actually um, posting it. After me, I think there was about 4 or 5 more out there who is rocking the 24-gallon tank. So, which don't get me wrong, I mean, the 24-gallon tank is really, really nice. I like it. I mean, I'm just looking at your background right now. I mean, your tank looks really, really nice. I mean, that's well,
Yeah.
what is that color? Black substrate right there. That's a black sand.
Yeah.
How is that different from the white sand, or it's just color? Or is there any difference between the black and the
No,
white?
it looks more like gravel. The grain size is really big.
Hmm. And what does it do in the ecosystem? How
Yeah.
does it help um, with the good and bad?
I mean, it's probably just the same. It still holds bacteria, but I think it's a little better depending the grain size of your sand. This is heavy, so you have a heavy flow on it.
Hmm.
But I mean, just the same thing. But I actually like it. It makes everything pop out.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I kind of see it, but I see more of the blue on it. Um, so
Oh, I know.
Jessica was
You get
saying
a better life.
Aquatop is her first tank. Is her first tank. I mean, yeah, to me too, man. I love it. I love it. But I guess I'm a traitor to you guys. I uh I now converted to a 40 breeder.
Hey, but the Aqua Top actually has helped us a lot to grow in the hobby. That's the one thing I like of all-in-one systems. I think those are like probably a tank every beginner in the reef hobby should get, like an all-in-one.
Hmm.
Makes it easier. You get more knowledge, experience,
Hmm.
and then you could do what you're doing now, just having it hang in the back like that Aquamax.
Yeah, actually today what I did is it's because my tank is only a couple of fish and the stand is only a couple of inches off the wall, and I have the
Yeah,
hang on back filter on the back part of the wall, next to the wall. So what I did is I actually put a little brace for the hang on back filter to sit on. Um, uh, so the
and
reason why I did that because I saw in the forum that they had this type of filter for about 8 9 months, and in time it got worn out where the hang on back filter just gave in and fell down on the floor. So what I like I said, what I did, I put a support for the hang on back filter against the wall to alleviate the stress. So that's what I did today. Um, to take the stress off the those hinges. So yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, I think I'm.
what made you switch your hang in the back?
What's that?
What made you change the location of your hang in the back? Because I think when you first got it, you had it on the end side, right? On the side of the tank.
Yeah, in the beginning, um,
Yeah,
I had the the filter kind of like as a peninsula style. Well, I have it on the right side of the tank. The
Yeah.
reason why is the hinge um doesn't go all the way down, doesn't sit on the main display tank. Doesn't sit on the tank properly. So it's
Oh, okay.
yeah, for me to actually um sit the hang back filter properly, I have to actually just chip off something, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
what I did is I just put it in the back, and the hinges just clipped on no problem. And I put a support on a wall for the hang on back filter to sit on, so I have two support. One on the top where the hinges are, and I have another support at the bottom where the hang on back filter sits on. So, I mean, it is a sump. It is a 15-gallon sump, I would say. So it's not too bad. I think
How
it could be
many gallons do you think it holds?
this guy was saying it's about 15 gallons. So I don't know. I don't think it's a 15-gallon. Maybe it's a 5-gallon. I think it's
15
about.
gallons.
No, I could have read it
Probably
wrong.
five. 50.
Maybe it's five. Yeah, maybe it's 5-gallon,
Yeah.
or maybe it's less. I
50,
mean,
15, that's too much.
yeah, I think it's pretty heavy. Um, Maybe it's close to 5-gallon. It's close to 5-gallon, I think.
Yeah, I just want to reply to Jessica. She said,
Hmm.
do I have the original skimmer and pump on the aqua top? What chemical filtration? Yes, I still have the original skimmer. I was thinking of adding the ghost skimmer that I had on my innovative marine tank, but I think it's a little bit too big. But regardless, this skimmer is working for me right now. Finally, after this whole time that I've been owning this tank, the pump is still the original pump, but earlier today when I went to my local pet store, I was actually looking for to upgrade for a new pump because I have no wave maker in this tank, so I need a little bit more flow. And
Oh
chemical
yeah.
filtration, all I have is a chemical blue bag, the ceramic rings, and that's it. A sponge. I don't have the black sponge anymore. I have the sponge that came with my Flubel 30. So yeah.
You know what? How I set up mine was on the first chamber. Looking at your tank on the first chamber, I only have a Kato plant in there. So where the water
Yeah.
goes out of the main display, I have a Kato plant, and right underneath the Kato plant, that black filter sponge that you have, I cut it in four, and I put it right underneath the Kato plant, so that way when the water flows straight into the protein skimmer, any Kato plant twigs, branches, whatever doesn't go into the skimmer and clogs up the
Oh,
skimmer.
okay.
So that's what I did. So if you picture a Kato plant on the top where the water goes out, and down underneath is where I put the sponge, and then from there it cycles through the second chamber. Um, it goes to the protein skimmer, and then when it goes into the media filter, right on top of that first media box, that's where I have my ChemiPure Elites, which is the black one, which is it's
Yeah.
a charcoal. So on the third chamber from the top, I have the ChemiPure Elites, and then I have the three box media filter, and then from there on the fourth chamber, that's where I had my heater. Um, that's where I have my heater, and that's where I also have my pipes for my magnesium dosing. and then back into the main display. So that's how I had mine set up. And in
Yeah, I never liked Cheeto, bro.
um I can't say it doesn't help or it does help, but when I used to take my water, when I take water samples and bring it to my local fish store, my my water powers are actually my phosphate nitrate was always actually on a lower level, which means I wasn't growing much of an algae, because I was
Yeah,
overfeeding a lot on my aquatop. I was overfeeding way too much on my aquatop that you know I thought I was gonna have a high phosphate. I thought I was gonna have a high nitrate, but having that set up for me was not bad. I mean, my nitrate was between, if I can remember clearly, my nitrate was about 5 to 10 ppm, and my phosphate
yeah.
was, I think I was maxing out to 0.15 on my phosphate. Um, and also, in addition to that, I have a clam on my 20 per gallon that kind of helps with the filtration system as well, or with filtering the water nutrients. I mean, if you can actually see,
Well, Jessica, she just mentioned that.
yeah, I still have my clam. Um, let's see if I can show it to you real quick. If you see right here, if you can see it here, that's my clam right there.
Yeah,
So that spot right there is my clam. And then inside that aquamox, I have my refugium. I have my Kato plant. I don't know, I think my setup for me is working perfectly, because my water parameters are okay. Um, a bi-weekly water change helps out. Like I mentioned before, I'm gonna try to see if I can go away with every 3 weeks water change. Since I have a sump,
yeah,
I want to see how that works out. And all I could do is just dose alkalinity, dose magnesium. I have an auto top off for the water, so hopefully I'll be all right and I can get away with that. Um, so yeah, I mean, with the clam that came from my 20 per gallon. Um, and so some of the anemones too. I got that rock flower anemone on the right that came from my 20 per gallon. Um, and the rainbow bubble tip anemone came from the 20 per gallon. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I was never able to keep an enemy, bro. Never.
How
I
so?
always had bad luck with them.
How so?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know.
It's
I
just like
mean,
some people, you know how some people complain that they're never able to keep like sodas. Like they could keep torches, hammers, but they can't keep sodas. For me, well, I've been able to keep everything except anemones.
I only feed it once a
Weird.
week. I feed it on a Saturday night or a Sunday night. I just feed it a small portion. When I do feed it at night, I make sure that the
What do
lights
you
are
feed
off.
it?
Um, I feed it clam, frozen clam.
Yeah.
And I
And
also
you get that
feed
what
it.
at your local grocery store?
No, I buy everything. Anything I put on the tank, um, I actually buy at the local fish store. I I uh, I try not to go to the grocery store and put it, and mix it with a fish tank. I did it once. Um, I did once tried what you did. feeding shrimp from the grocery store, and that didn't work out too well. I don't think I did it right. One or two,
Yeah,
um, if I didn't roll it right, number two, I think I just don't think maybe my anemone was hungry at that time.
yeah,
So that's the reason why um, I just stopped going to the grocery store, and feeding stuff from there. But Jessica mentioned, so you had to remove the Kato to clean the sponge. Wasn't that pain in the? Yeah, I mean it's not really a pain, because on your first chamber, all I had to do is just I have a little hook. Um, I have a hook that I lift up the Kato plant, and every week or two I try to cut the Kato plant in half because it grows way too much, way too thick. So when I take that plant off, um, first of all, I turn off all the waves and what have you. I turn off all the gadgets, and then I try to cover the entrance where the water goes out, and then I take off the Kato plant, cut them in half, and then take the sponge filter off, rinse it off, clean it, and then put it back the way I took it out. So that wasn't really, um, you know, a hassle. So that was that. But and saying you, so Jessica was saying that you and her had an anemone squeezed into the sump, huh? How how
yeah. You know
how
where
did
the
that?
return, is? There, I think they already took it off on the new aqua top, but
Hmm.
there's like this little gap underneath the return.
Right.
That's where the my anemone died, and I think for her too.
Really interesting because the water comes out of
Yeah,
there. I think water comes
yeah, it
out of
does.
there. So that was crazy. I never had that issue in mine.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
that enemy was like 2 to 3 inches, bro, and somehow it got there. It squeezed through there, and yeah, just died.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So, are you planning to have an enemy again anytime soon, or what's your plans for an
In my new
enemy?
tank, yes, I want.
Hmm.
I like the rainbow enemy. It's nice. So do I like the rest.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Why am I not taking off to go? Why?
Because they're driving far away.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Come out, it's a bed, but my nose on.
He's asking because my mom, she's on her way, but she lives like 2 hours away from here. So he's asking why they're taking long.
Mm. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey Benny,
Yo,
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Give me like give me a minute.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
I'll be back.
So yeah, Jessica, that's how I had uh my sump set up. Um, on those four chambers in the back, the Cato plant really helped, you know, not knowingly, but I think it helped keeping my water parameters in check. Because I was just throwing food left and right. Um, and the protein skimmer, um, I was actually cleaning it either once or twice a week. Once, I'm sorry, I think my protein skimmer on the
I'm
aqua
sorry,
top,
bro.
I was cleaning it once every week, I think, because it was skimming a whole lot. So I take the whole protein skimmer off. I take the cup off, the top cup off, and hold on a second, buddy. Hold on. I just gotta take care of something real quick. Hold on.
Oh, it's fine. To answer Jessica's question, she said, "What time is it there?" I'm in California, so it's 7:38 p.m. I think for Benny, it's pretty late. Probably like 10:38. I think New York is like 3 hours ahead of California time. How about for you, Jessica? Last time Benny sent me a message, wanted me to go live, but it was like still 7 o'clock here. I was like, no, I'm still in bed. Hey, Sunfish for Fish, how are you doing? Okay, so it's pretty late for you too, Jessica. Man, you guys go to sleep late. Usually for me in my house, we put the kids to sleep at 8. My wife probably goes to sleep around 9 to 10, and me, I go to sleep pretty late. I go to sleep like at 11.
You want to say hi? Say hi. Hey, you want to stand up? Stand up. Stand up. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Say how are you? How are
Hi.
you? What's your name? You gonna show me tank? Mhm. You wanna show me? Where's Nemo? I don't know, Baba. You wanna show me where the yellow tang is? Where's the yellow tang? Where's the yellow fishy? Mm-hmm.
You only have one daughter, Benny?
Yeah, one for now.
I say hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say how old are
Well,
you?
for me, since it's the quarantine, I go to bed a little later now.
I thought you were gonna say, um, since the quarantine, you're trying to make
Hello.
more babies. Come on, Baba. Okay. Say bye
No,
bye.
since it's, oh, come on. Now I go to sleep late now since I'm in quarantine. I'm not working anymore, and I wake up pretty late. I wake up like around noon. No, I wake up like at 10 or 11, but I get off bed like officially off my bed like around noon.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, um, hold on, Baba. Hold on.
Hi.
Freedom.
And say
So,
hi. Daddy, she wanna say hi.
you want to say hi too? Say hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, Twins Reef. I'm gonna have to get
I'm
back with
hungry.
you.
Sorry.
Um, I'm gonna have to do my diligence with the little one. So if
Yeah,
you
no
give me
worries,
a
bro.
few, I'll be back, and you know, I'll hang on in
Uh-huh.
the background. I'll just be on mute for a moment.
All right, no problem. All right, so I'm by myself, which makes it a little bit awkward. I like when Benny joins me because he helps me with the conversations. But if you guys are on, ask any questions and I'll answer them. Or any of you guys want to join the live stream, just know so I can send you an invitation. I mean, been what do you mean Zoom Reef Tank Tour? Like everybody shows their tanks or what? Let's see how long it takes Benny to put his daughter to sleep. For my sons, they take 30 minutes. My daughter, she takes like an hour. All right, so I think I'm just going to wait for Benny so that we can get back to the conversation. Um, cause I need somebody to go live with because it's hard for me to go live without somebody else. Jessica said yes. Members can show their tanks online via Zoom. Oh, Zoom! I know Zoom, the app, the video calling app. Okay, a popular platform for video meetings online. Yeah, I heard about that because I was actually looking down the stock market where to invest my money, and they were talking about Zoom. So yeah, cool. That's cool. Is it like a Facebook group or where? Because there is a local group here, but I don't belong to any group. I'm just like those type of people who are shy. When are you going to make a new video for us, Jessica? Also, were you able to figure out the problem with your auto top off? Hey, what's up, Straight Reefer? I'm going to ask since Benny's not here, but whoever wants to join the live, just let us know. I think next time I go live, I'm probably going to have my Planet Tank as my background. You think your 3-year-old is dumping tap water in? I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy, probably. Because one thing when I was looking at this tank, my baskets, my media baskets are actually floating up right now. They're floating up right now. Um, so what I thought of doing, using like those suction cups to stick it on the back and keep the baskets from overflowing. So that is what I was going to use. And straight reefer, you said your lights are off. What time is it over there where you're at, straight reefer? Are you also in New York or the East Coast? Usually, most of my friends or most of the YouTube people, everybody's from the East Coast. So, man, why can't you guys be in my time? So my family just came to visit right now. I'll see if I can have my little sister or my little brother or nephew, whoever came, on the live stream. Maybe you guys want to ask them questions and what they think of the hobby, what they think of their brother having so many tanks. Because when they come to my house, they look at all my tanks. I have 4 fish tanks. I have planet tank, reef tank downstairs, the alcohol top here, and then I have the rimless right there, the 6 gallon. So let's see. I'll convince one of them to be that way. I won't feel awkward. I put 2 inch 2 inch disc to hold the baskets. By disc, what do you mean? Two or how back or not? What I'll put one of the algae cleaners. I'll put them there. That way they won't float up too. Let me see if I can have one of my family members to join me when I'm live. I'll be back, guys.
Alrighty, I am back. Um, just going through some of the chat. What's up, Straight Reefer? What's going on, buddy? Um, let's see. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Jessica, that your group is having your club is having a frag meet by Zoom. Um, Actually, I don't have any club here yet. That I'd like to. I haven't actually looked for a group on Facebook that I can join for the frog swap.
Oh,
Um, so, but
Hi.
I'd like to be able to join. I would join, but my lights are off. You know what? Yeah, I think my lights are about to be turned off. Twins Reef. Normally, I have my lights off at 9, but
yeah,
my lights are turning off at 11.
yeah.
Um, so I think I'm gonna. Plus, I gotta put the little one to sleep as well when the lights
Okay,
are
it's
off.
fine. Because I got visit right now,
Yep.
so maybe we could go live another time then.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll be streaming again tomorrow
All right,
since
bro. Thank you
there's
for joining.
lockdown going on. So, yep. Thank you, man. Thanks for having me. I'll check you later. Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody. All right. Bye.
All right. Thank you, bro. Thanks, everybody.